Hey, we are back. We are back. We are back.
What happened to the
Good
music?
morning, lady and
Music not back?
gentlemen. Music was up. Yeah, you
Music?
couldn't hear that shit, man. It was
No,
so
I
loud
couldn't hear
here. I
anything.
thought
I
you
just
could
hear
hear it
you
in
go
Laos.
bam, ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum,
You only heard me. Oh
humming
shit,
along.
man.
All I heard was you.
Bye-bye. Well, we were just talking
Oh,
about
man.
happy times and happy hour just before we started casting the pod here. So I was happy.
Casting pod.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da. It's now officially. I got
Beer
some
time.
leftovers. I'm eating leftovers today. Leftover yesterday was St. Patrick's Day,
Wow. Wow.
so all I've got is leftovers. Poor me.
Cool.
Oh,
That's cool. And
oh.
it's our non-sponsor again. I doubt if we'll get Guinness to sponsor us. So it's, you
Ah.
never know. Get lucky.
I know they'll
We'll
sponsor
see.
because all I have to do
Yeah.
is when I tell them I have some great smuggling routes,
Ooh.
and because down in the States you guys are slapping 200% duty on Guinness, it's going to be expensive. So if I go to
Oh,
Guinness and I say that I'm willing
what?
to smuggle it across the border for all y'all, hey,
Oh
hey,
no.
I think
Yeah, oh
I think
no, that's
maybe
true. U.S. is slapping tariffs on Mexico, so Mexico beer is going to be expensive. Canadian beer is going to be expensive. Ireland, I don't think we're throwing tax on Ireland, are we? I don't
yeah,
know, tariffs and shit. But
yeah.
I mean, that Americans are going to be stuck with just drinking American beer. Oh man, that's going to be. I mean,
Well, there's some
American
good
beer, they got
American
some good
beers.
stuff, but there's some good stuff. But not Bud Light, that's for damn sure. Sorry,
Apparently, that's the new
Anheuser
official
Busch.
beer of the White House now.
What? What, it's trying to come back again?
I somehow doubt it.
I don't know.
Not quite yet.
No,
Not quite yet.
no. Better not be. Not be.
So happy hour.
Yeah,
Why do they call
so,
it happy hour?
well, it's good to have happy times. Happy hours is idea to make you happy. I mean, I think it's a just typical advertisement thing. You bring in, reduce the beer prices, buy one free one, or 30% off, or whatever, and then for a few hours, and then when it gets dark, when it gets later, and you're nicely kind of half feeling good, you continue to buy, even the prices go up. They don't give a shit, as a customer. So I think you're happy for those hours, and then it turns into sad hours.
Did you
Even though you can be happy.
Did you ever go to a place that had a reverse happy hour? Not a sad hour. I'm trying to remember what it was called, but I used to go drinking in and forget the name of the place. It was Halifax, out on the east coast of Canada, and there was this bar that had a reverse happy hour. So basically, what it was your first beer. So you had to tell the staff that I'm signing up for this package, right? For the night. I want to do this deal. So your first beer was more expensive than usual. So let's say it's normally, this is a long time ago, so it was 3 cents. It wasn't that long ago. Okay. Let's say, for example, let's say a beer is normally $5, right? So your first beer would be like $10. Oh, your second beer would be like $7. Your third beer would be like $5. Your fourth beer would be like $3. Your fifth beer would be like $2. Your sixth beer, and on until it got just all, So the more you drank, the cheaper it got.
Wow.
I don't think it ever got down quite to free.
Yeah, but again, I think that's good for the bartender. But I don't think it's good for the client unless he's expecting to drink 20 beers or something like that. That's because the first 4 or 5 beers, the first beer is the most tasty, and the second beer, still great. Third beer, good. Then it stays good, but it doesn't get better, and you get fuller, and beer makes you full. So by the time you get your 5, 6 beers, unless the tiny ones like they here in Asia, where you get the little glasses where you just keep on drinking them until you have no clue how much you drink. I don't know. It sounds like it's good for the establishment, but not good for the client.
Yeah,
I've been to one place.
Most people wouldn't get a good deal out of that. Most people, but
yeah, exactly.
But it's an easy sale, right? Younger dudes are convinced.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna get rich off of this. I can drink 100 beers. If I drink 100 beers, they're paying me $10 a beer at the end. This is great. I have a new job.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know if that works, man. It's like a challenge with hot wings, right? It's just keep being on that hot wings, and then well, that's actually a good idea. You drink the hot wings, you pick some really, really hot wings, and then you serve beer because those hot wings really are hot, and you need to drink beer to flame out, knock out the flames. And that's a good combination: beer and wings, hot wings. Make sure they're real damn hot though. And yeah, I went to one place I remember. I don't know where the hell it was though. So I think it was in Cambodia or some shit or Vietnam. I don't remember. But anyway, they had a happy hour, and it was literally a happy hour. They only had 1 hour. It took it literally. Normally, happy hours are like from 3 to 7 or 3 to 6. Early and but no, it was just 1 hour. You get there from 4 to 5. You got a happy hour. Outside that, you're back to the sad old times. It's like shit. I told the guy, you shouldn't take it so literally. You could put the S on it, happy hours.
Yeah.
Have a few longer.
It's true. It's
really?
interesting how similar drinking culture is everywhere, but everyone's got their own little twist. Huh? You were saying in Asia, a lot of places, you'll have the little, it's not a shot glass, but it's not a 12-ounce sleeve. It's like a, what is it, 4 or 5 ounce?
Shot glass. I mean, sorry, like a little whiskey. I don't know, like a little whiskey thing. You put your whiskey sniffer, I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, so it's like a 4 or 5 ounce or something like that. It's not very big, but they'll just keep pouring it, right? So you put it down, and it's always full. So it's true. You never have any idea how much you drank. It's just like But the only way you know is by how much it hurts when you stand up and you fall down. Yeah. If it doesn't hurt very much, you've had a lot.
That's true. Yeah. But they usually bring out a crate of beer.
I like you go to a lot of places in Southeast Asia, and when you try and figure out how much you drank, you would look over, and it would be like, how many strings of beer did you have? How many strings of beer? What the fuck do you mean? Really? So you would have like the pint bottles.
Yeah.
But you would have a lot of places will come with usually like with 6 bottles, but just like with twine tied around the necks to make it almost like a carrying handle.
Oh, okay.
So I've been to many places that were just like, there you go. Here's a string. How many strings? At the end, there's like a pile of strings sitting on the floor, and you're like, oh, that's going to cost. Oh, that's going to hurt. Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember even in lunchtime, Vietnam was classic for that. They love to drink beer at lunch. It's like, oh, shit. So you sit down and you have a nice lunch. And lunch ends up being at least 2 hours. When you're doing work, it's hard to work after lunch, man. And then you're in there. And they basically buy pretty much, they bring out a crate of beer bottles or something. And then and pretty soon you look down, it's like, holy shit, there's about 8 of us. And there's like 2 freaking crates of beer down there. It's like, oh no. Wow. And then expect to go back and work. Yeah. Laos is
back
not so
to the
bad.
Sawmill.
They do that dinner. Exactly. See a couple guys with their fingers cut off with a little bit of blood. It's not for the workers, but it's just it's fun out here. That is happy times. I mean, happy you enjoy. I mean, beer drinking makes you happy. And well, the world's not always so happy, but beer can make you happy.
Well, I mean, I think one thing for me, Southeast Asia, places like that, and I'm sure I would enjoy drinking in most places in Africa the same way, that I really enjoy when you can have your little like outside or roadside bar kind of thing too, right? I enjoy that doing that. Yeah. And it's also the weather. So it's like, it's warm enough. Even if it rains for a little while, you just wait it out and you can get to the next place. But like here in Canada, okay, I get it. I'm not advocating for drink driving. Don't anybody send nasty comments. But I mean, you can't even, in most North American cities, if you're out in the suburbs, if you're downtown, in some cities, you got like a compact core. But many cities actually don't. Even the city doesn't have much going on downtown at night. But if you're out in the suburbs, it's like, man, you can't go for like a pub crawl. I'm gonna go to that chain over there. There's Brown's Social House chain. I'm gonna go there. Okay, the next place I want to go to is like something Joe's. I forget what it was called. Anyway, there's another chain, but it's like, oh shit, it's like a mile and a half down the road. So I'm not gonna walk there. Yeah. I can't drive there. Yeah. I'm going to grab an Uber or a cab just to go, 8 blocks or something. And it's, you get there and it's, they're, I don't know, like in Asia, why do I keep calling Asia? In many places in the world, there are still bars and pubs. And where I am, I feel like there aren't. So there are mega pubs or mega bars where you go in and it's like, 300 or 400 seat places.
Yeah.
If you're going in with a group of 8 or 10 people, that's great. Doesn't matter where you go. You're making your own party. But if you're just by yourself, you walk into a place like that and say, oh, shit, man, there's not even... You go to the bar and the bar is 4 miles long. And it's just like, where do you,
Yeah.
There's no little places where you can just go and hang out and just, hey,
Really?
sit at grab a beer and somebody says, hey, fuck, why don't you come sit here? Like, no, it doesn't happen here, man. It doesn't happen here. I'm so sad.
America does have a bar culture a bit, where I remember I grew up, my auntie had a bar and I used to work in it when I was a kid. Child labor. I'm right here. Baby boomers. We didn't care. Made sandwiches, tapped beer kegs, that's okay. I didn't work behind the bar. They wouldn't let me. They would have if they would.
Because they knew. They knew even back then.
Pumping beer out at 6 years old. No, I didn't get to do that, but I did tap the kegs.
How come profits are down like $800 this month since we got that free labor from that little kid? What's going on? I don't get it.
Yeah. But it was really true. I mean, but back then it's a small local pub and stuff, and English have that culture. The Irish, English, they have that culture. I mean, they have small pubs all over the place. But with all the Islamic stuff going in England, I don't know how long that's going to last. They probably want to close them all. It's really, really difficult when you have so many mayors are from Pakistan or whatever, and then they're all against the drinking, and then you got a whole British pub culture that grew up on that stuff. I mean,
I don't think there's a single town where they got an Islamic mayor who's trying to shut down pubs.
No,
I don't think so.
Hopefully,
I think they just
not yet.
Well,
not yet. Again, that's pretty much just the way it will happen anyway. But even in like Indonesia, the guys in Laos went down to Indonesia for a trip for a kind of study tour, and the biggest thing they complained about is they couldn't find a place to drink beer. It was so difficult for them in Indonesia. I think they were in Surabaya or something, and they couldn't find a place to drink beer, and that was bad. And of course, the beer is a lot more expensive there than it is in Laos, so they were not happy about that part of the trip. Other than that, they thought it was pretty good, but that,
I don't know. I've never been anywhere in Indonesia where you couldn't find a bintang beer.
Well, you could, but it's usually warm. It's gonna be if you're out in the.
If you're dedicated to your craft. If you're dedicated.
That's why they have ice, But then you go into villages, they don't have any ice either. It's like, you're screwed. Because the electricity is turned off or something. So, but beer makes us happy. There's no doubt about that. Wise Old Bastards, Beer Hunters International, right here. Beer Hunters International, Wise Old Bastards. We're here for the happiness. Life should be happy, right? Beer makes us happy. So, cheers to beer. Unfortunately, I'm drinking water right now. It's too early in the morning. I couldn't go get the beer. Yeah, you wise ass. Enjoy.
I am enjoying.
So, of course. So, beer is good. How many beer places are around your record store? I think you can find them. There's not really a pub around there. That's
interesting because we're out in out in the suburbs here. There's a place that's 2 doors down from me. It's a big bar, and it's really? Actually it's interesting that it's in this kind of mellow neighborhood. It had traditionally been a retirement area. People from Vancouver City would come out here because it was far. Years ago it was a couple-hour drive on little roads and stuff to get out here. Now it's like an hour from downtown. But back in the day. So it was just kind of famous as a place. Old people warehouses all over the place, old folk homes everywhere, right? So you get the sense that it must be just like a mellow, quiet little place. That bar has got fucking bar brawls and stabbings and people thrown out through windows like all the fucking time.
Wow, that's Canada.
Yeah, it's a mellow bar. Wow. It's not a.
And that's mellow. It sounds like England. Yeah. England has that shit. Everybody's beating up on everybody in the bars. But wow,
Yeah, well,
I
it's
didn't.
interesting. It's interesting.
I thought
It's
Canadians are so mellow. What
yeah,
happened?
yeah,
Happy
yeah,
hour's
no,
over.
yeah. That's why. That's why. What the fuck? What?
Happy hour.
What?
Prices are now $20, 20 Canadian a beer. What?
Holy shit!
Oh man, that is a good point. I mean, how much is beer in that pub? Not happy hour versus non-happy hour. How much is it?
You know,
You don't know.
no. The thing is, happy hour doesn't mean much in most places. It's
Right.
okay. You get like $1 off your beer or something. Okay, that's nice because I drink like 142 beers, so it saves me $142. But for most people, if you're going in having like 2-3 beers, like oh well, yeah, okay,
You save a couple bucks.
it's nice, but
Nothing.
nah, you know, nah.
Come think of it, I might do the Hard Rock happy hour here. 15,000 kip. Okay, not 15,000 bucks. 15,000 kip. 15,000 kip divided by 20,000 to $1. 20,000. $1 is 20,000 kip. So you're talking about 75 cents a beer and Hard Rock. That's my favorite happy hour around Laos. You don't see anything that even the local pubs can't match that. I mean, they can sell you beer and stuff. You
And
can
the
get
burger
cheap
is
beer,
18
of course.
bucks.
Can be 22. It's like exactly.
They ain't dumb. Ain't no dummies.
That one's not so good. That's not so good. Yeah, a freaking burger. I think it's about $22 for a burger. They're nice burgers, but damn, $22. Nope, not that nice.
No,
Come on,
nothing's
man.
that nice.
So yeah, there is that. But what about in Canada? Canada, U.S. I mean, if I remember going into like a Chili's or something or whatever, which is a nice little combo between, it's a chain, of course, between beer and pubby and restauranty. I mean, what I think the burger's about $15 maybe, and a beer's like 4 or 5.
Isn't
US,
Chili's
like that.
gone, or is it just Fridays gone?
I think Fridays is gone. I don't remember seeing a Fridays anymore. We still have Chili's. There's still Chili's where I am in the U.S. Yeah, it's even still.
I remember the Chili's. Chili's burger's not bad. Even the one in Puerto Vallarta is still not bad. Not a bad burger.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So yeah, I mean, some things are done well. Fish and chips aren't so good. That's
I'm actually. It's interesting today. I'm struggling. You know, I remember I said before here. I just closed the store. It's just end of the day, right? So I'm here, and I've always had a policy in the store. I try to say like, I don't want no politics, no discrimination, no barking at anybody. It's a happy music place, right?
Happy place, right?
But recently, you can't avoid politics. Is all that fucking happens now. So it's all day long. I'm hearing politics all fucking day, and it's so hard for me to switch gears. I'm trying. Okay, like I want to not talk about politics, but I realize, like in our last episode, we were saying everything's politics. Like it is now.
We tried.
It's like what time is it? It's 7 o'clock. Well, where? Who said? Is it what? What do you mean? Who said? What do you mean? Who fucking said? I said. The clock said. Well, who set the time? Who said it was? Fuck. What? No. Hang on, man.
It's true. Everything's politics. It really is. Fucking bathtubs we were talking about.
Bathtubs are political now. I don't know. Fuck everything, like, man. Oh, I need 15 more beers. Happy hour.
Yeah. See, but beer has become political. Doesn't that suck? Because of our between the tariff wars between Canada and stuff. I mean, the beer prices between the two countries are going to be stupid. You know. At least for a while, and then they'll probably decide.
The only funny thing that happens in all of this going back and forth, this trade war shit. The only funny thing is I saw someone did a one good insult of we insulted America. Good, we did a good one. Somebody showed. So because people are so pissed off here that they've actually taken American booze off the shelves, right? So
I heard about that.
You can't even see it. It's not even available anymore. But somebody did a TikTok where they showed with their camera, right? They showed here's like a whole fridge full of beers, like imported beers, Canadian beers, blah, 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 blah. And then they moved over the camera to show the cooler case where it used to be American beers. And it's now empty. And the guy said, "Oh, look, they've taken bottled water off the shelves. America and their watery
That's
beer."
kind of cute.
Ah,
Yeah.
oh,
Watery
ouch.
beer.
Oh, zing. Oh,
Yeah.
ouch. Ouch.
That's true.
Oh, that's the
true.
only funny thing I've seen in 2 weeks, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. There is some. I mean, to me, Coors Light, I like Coors, but Coors Light is, to me, is just freaking water. I mean, it's like, okay,
Oh,
and beer,
silver
and
bullet.
Laos. Oh, yeah, it's like a silver water. But I mean, you can drink a lot of that. And one of my friends, he loves that beer. That's all he drinks. I mean, because it's so close, fucking close to water, that one. But okay, in Laos, I can't really bitch too much. In Laos, it's just a common practice to put ice in your beer. Nobody does that in Europe, right? But here you go in Vietnam or whatever, Cambodia, even in Indonesia and stuff, because often the beer is warm, so you throw ice in it. Plus, it's warm and it keeps it cold. So, but the beer is good. So even you put some ice in it, it still holds its flavor and stuff. But you end up putting so much ice in it. I mean, I think I dilute it by half at least. So even the 5% beer is probably more like 3% by the time I'm done with it. But at the same time, I can still get up and not fall down, fall flat on my face. So there is some benefit to it. So
I can't remember the
that's
last
true.
time. Last time I got really totally shit-faced drunk and had a hard time walking.
Mm.
But I
Wow,
guess
you're
maybe I wouldn't remember. It could have been yesterday, and I just don't remember.
Oh, that's true. But if you do it down the street, you probably get pulled over from Canadian cops. They pull you over for pedaling while under the influence or some shit like that. Walking, pedaling, you're going to give a ticket just for anything over there. I mean, hell, you got tickets for being a bag cop. What is it? That was a funny episode. The bag cop.
The bag cops, yeah.
Bag cops. So I mean, sometimes it's overregulation makes life unhappy too. I mean, what's one thing about like when you're in developing countries, most things are under regulated. So you're much more free to do a lot of shit here that you wouldn't be able to do, in other countries like U.S. or Canada or whatever, or England or something.
You're still
Germany
allowed to
or
hurt
whatever.
yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. So I mean, it's just common practice that if you want to kill yourself, almost you're pretty much able to do it, But I mean, not suicide shit. I'm talking about just living through life, accidents and stuff like that. But no, it makes life easier. It's like living 50 years ago in Canada, what it was like back then. Very, very different than it is now. Is it gone?
50
Is it
years
changed
ago
for the
in
better?
Canada, we were following behind the water buffalo with our plows.
There you go. Yeah.
On our snowshoes.
You weren't plowing with moose?
Moose
There's
too
moose
damn
can
no.
pull.
Moose are like big cats. They don't take instructions very well. They just go where the fuck they want.
Really?
So
oh man, that's terrible.
Moose are useless motherfuckers.
Really? Oh man. But yeah, I mean, it is true. What was life when we were young, right? We were very young at that time. We were kids. Was life better back then? I mean, in terms of happier, easier going and stuff, or is it about the same? Or the regulations sure changed a lot. And they used to have happy hour back then too. They still have it, so that's good. But the beer was cheaper.
Yeah, beer was cheaper, but you made less money. So I'm not sure how much difference. Just like when people come in here and they see the price of like a new pressing record, right? Straight from the factory. Yeah. They still make records today.
Yeah.
And people look at it and say, oh my God, it's like $30-$35 for a record, right? And I say, yeah. I've got lots of used stuff that's much cheaper too. But I mean, yeah. But think about it. Like 100,000 years ago, when I used to buy new records, right? When I was a younger person buying records.
Yeah.
Buying a record, usually it cost me about 2 hours of my minimum wage job to buy a record. Today, it costs about 2 hours of the minimum wage job to buy a record. So in that sense, hasn't really changed much. Right? I mean, here,
unless you're a postal
minimum
worker,
wage
now
is 17 something an hour. So if you're making 2 hours, is your $35, and there you go.
Yeah. True. Unless you're a postal worker, then it's like a half an hour, right?
Yeah, 3.5 minutes.
Those guys still on strike? Hopefully not.
No, but there was a pause in the strike.
They
It's supposed to be
paused the
back
strike.
in March, April, or something. There are more negotiations, but I think right now, I think they can also the unions can also see that at the moment, it's not a good time, not a good look to go on strike right now, when so much shit's happening to our economy that to pile on top of that, you become the bad guy. It's like, my God, we're suffering like fuck, and you're going to say, okay, well, while you're all suffering, just so you know, I don't want to suffer, so I'm going on strike. So pay me more. It's like it's not a good look.
Yeah.
It's not a good look.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not going to get a lot of support at the moment for doing that.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, tell you the truth, I'm not. I mean, all I get is what's on what I read and on what's happening between the two countries and stuff, and it's interesting. It's between the tariffing systems and stuff in Canada and US. I mean, we're the closest allies we have, and then all this stuff is coming across, and the Canadians are really upset, and Americans are like, oh well, we don't care, we're big guys and whatever. So it's a mess, and politics are a mess, and there's no doubt about that stuff. And politics make life not unhappy, pretty much. So happiness.
It's true. It's true. I mean, that it's at the stage now. It's at the stage now where this is going to sound very dramatic, right?
But dramatic.
yeah, and this is going to sound very dramatic. But the way things are going now, people are actually going to die. People are actually going to die. That
sounds dramatic.
It does sound dramatic. And one of the reasons it's going to happen is because now in Canada, so I should tell you guys this, maybe if there's any current FBI or CIA guys still working down there in the States, I know you guys, most of you have been fired, so you don't really know what's going on anymore. So I'm going to give you guys a little heads up, just so you know what's happening, because maybe you don't know. You're not watching anymore. Nobody left watching. So now in Canada,
we got more time to watch.
In Canada, everybody who's over 6 years old has to go to the gun range, right?
Okay.
So we're all learning how to use guns now, and we're asking like, why should we all be learning how to use guns?
Yeah,
and they say, well, it's important to defend the country because we're going to be invaded, right? America keeps saying they're going to invade. Trump said it again, like, yes, on the weekend. He actually said, no, this time, no, it's serious. Now they're coming for the water. We're going, oh, okay, well, we like water because without water, we can't make beer. So now you're pissing us off. So now we're gonna do this. So we all got to learn how to use guns. Right? I was like, why? And they said, well, because here's the problem. In the States, you guys have so many guns.
Oh, yeah.
You're so used to guns. I don't think you guys realize how dangerous they are, right? Because you had them around everywhere. You just used to seeing them. You can actually hurt somebody with a gun, And if you're not careful, you could kill somebody with a gun.
Yeah, true.
So in Canada, we're saying we all got to go take target practice and make sure we're good at this so that when the invasion comes, we can just shoot you guys in the ass. We don't want to kill anybody. And if you're not a good shot, you might accidentally kill somebody. That's not what we want to do. We just want to say, just leave our water alone so we can make our beer and drink our beer. So we got to, we all got to learn our target practice. So matter of fact, I'm a half hour late for mine. Just hang on. I'll be there later, guys. I'm coming.
I'll
be there in a little while.
Have a few more. So your targets are big assholes?
Yeah, exactly.
Damn
it, Al, you failed. What? Oh, you shot the guy in the knee again. Oh, sorry, man. I'm new at this. Give me a break. I'm fucking trying. Give me a break, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's crazy.
But I have to I keep telling the instructor that it has to be under realistic, normal combat conditions. Because if I'm just in a what do you call it, a shooting range, that's nothing. That doesn't help me at all, right? Because in real life, it's not just like the guy stands there. Okay, take a few shots. Come on, it's not like that, right?
Yeah,
and it's not very likely that I'm going to be sober. So I think it's very important that I train under realistic conditions. So I show up piss ass drunk. Okay, shoot something. Let's go.
Shoot something. Which way?
Yeah, so we're trying to keep it safe.
Uh,
Those guns, they can be dangerous,
yeah,
man.
funny.
I don't know if you realize
Yeah,
this, but
that's
those
true.
fucking things can be dangerous.
Yeah, gun safety is critical. I mean, knowing how to use a gun, I think is. I mean, I grew up with gun safety and guns and shooting and hunting, of course. But gun safety is critical. Number one thing is how to use a gun and make sure it's safe. How to use it safely. And being drunk is probably not the best way. I mean, that's the old wild, wild west. Get out of the saloon and let's start shooting at each other. Yeah.
Actually,
Least.
there you go. That's how we
Mhm.
can settle this and keep everything just fine.
Yeah.
We'll just we'll take turns. So we'll do it on Tuesdays. We'll go down to, where were we? Tombstone. We'll go down to Tombstone. And
Yeah.
on Thursdays, we got little towns up here. They're like Tombstone. Come up here, and we'll just randomly select people that pick one American and one Canadian. Go out there, and it's like draw. And I mean,
But
from
you have to
50
have
paces or
20
100
beers
paces
first.
or whatever, most people are going to miss anyway. So it's going to be not very
Yeah.
many people will
You
get
have
hurt
to-
that badly.
Yeah, and there has to be a minimum drinking limit. So you
Yeah.
have to at least drink 20 beers. Okay, then go try it.
Yeah,
100 paces.
exactly.
Okay. Give
So
him
I
5
think if
bullets,
we-
so you run out of beer. Okay, go back and drink again.
Yeah,
Just like Colonel Bowie. Remember Colonel Bowie?
Colonel Bowie.
Colonel
I
Bowie
know.
story.
That's so sad. We're
And-
going to end up with
and the buyer.
5 years from now, we're going to have stories like that where it's going to be, hey,
Yeah.
I was shooting at you. I was shooting at you. It's like, oh, that's sad. We're gonna have Canadians and Americans having the same stories now. Oh man, I remember.
Yeah, that's
we
crazy.
were down in Windsor. I was shooting at you guys. Oh shit, man, that was funny. It's like,
Yeah.
But-
Life is very great. Right. Life is crazy. But life is great with beer. Okay? Beer makes life great. Take away our beer, it's not great. That's bad. So enjoy life, enjoy a beer. Whiskey's
Oh,
good too.
God. So it's all about water, is what you're saying. Anything that's made with water.
Yeah.
No, not anything. Anything that's good is made with water, but not everything made with water is good.
True. But beer, and that's actually a good point. That's an excellent point about beer, because the water can make a huge difference in the beer quality. If you have a good quality water, you can get a much better quality beer, a bit more alkaline or whatever. But a terrible water will make a much lousier beer. So I think one of the things that Coors came out with was a Rocky Mountain Spring water. So the water was really source of water was supposed to be for Coors.
So that's why they decided to make that watery silver bullet. Our water's so good. Why mess around turning it into beer? Here, just have a can of water.
Might be the dregs of the leftover of the other Coors. Regular Coors is just okay. Let's mix it a little bit in there and then put a silver bullet in it. But yeah, I don't know. That's a good point. That is a good point. But good beers all around the world, even those places you can't drink the water. That's what like in Papua New Guinea, you have SP. SP is a really good beer, but Papua New Guinea, you can't drink the water unless you go way out in the villages or something. So maybe that's where they put the brewery. But
Well, where does
no, we
water
send-
for beer Lao come from? If it comes from the Mekong, I wouldn't be drinking that shit.
no, no, they have their own water sources, and I guess they have good filtration systems because the beer is really good. So I don't know. That's a good point. I mean, some places in Laos has decent water. There's a lot of mountainous countries here, countryside. So I don't know. But it's hard. They got a few breweries here in Laos. But so not really sure exactly about the water sources and how they purify the water and stuff, but they do a good job.
Go ask your Krating, the Big Bull
Krating.
brewery. Where's their
Krating.
water come from? They just
Krating.
turned the
Yeah,
tap
yeah.
on there.
Yeah, basically, yeah. And that's kind of outside of town. So, but yeah, their water is local source. They have a big fountain out the side, out the front, surrounded by electrical wires. But I keep joking about if you just dip your finger in it, it might end up being electrocuted. But no, they have the water out there is pretty good. So, but I never drink it. You don't normally trust it without some kind of filtration systems or whatever. But yeah. So beer is good. And vital ingredient is water. So Canada, you guys got a lot of water, so you should have a lot of beer.
For now.
For now,
we got a lot of water.
I'm sure.
Yeah, actually, so there was a guy came in a store the other day from a brewery up in Prince Rupert, which is pretty far north.
Oh.
Rainiest place in Canada, they claim to be, which is saying a lot because the West Coast is pretty rainy. And they've got an interesting, their happy hour version. What do they call it? Something about the rainy. Forget exactly what they call it, but what it is when you're up there, if you go into their pub, into where the brewery is, on days when it's raining, the beer is cheaper.
Yeah. Okay.
And it rains all the fucking time. So they got like a happy year.
Happy year.
Not a happy hour.
That's interesting.
It's a pretty good beer. I mean, a lot. We talk about this a lot with craft beers that they sometimes try too hard to make weird flavors and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Well, these guys, they've kind of resurrected a lot of old-timey beer flavors. So it's not like watermelon, peach, bubblegum shit because there aren't watermelons growing up there. Yeah. But they have like spruce needle beer.
Okay.
Right? So it's actually from Sitka spruce. So there's certain spruce needles that when you boil them up, it gives just a little hint of. I mean, you know what spruce smells like, right? But it gives you a little hint of that, and it comes through in the beer as it actually works. It's weird. So I mean, it's not my favorite beer, not my go-to everyday beer, but I would drink that and say, oh, okay, it's not bad.
Something different. And
they got like birch beer, which I know down in the States, birch beer is the same as sarsaparilla, which is the same as root beer. Yeah. I don't understand how they're all connected, but
but yeah, birch
so
beer.
So they got some of those flavors are up there.
Not a beer,
not bad.
Soda. But they are making a lot more soda beers. I mean, birch beer when I was a kid was like root beer, but had a totally different flavor. It was very good. It was one of my favorite beers, but that was in a localized Pennsylvania area. Birch beer was quite famous there. Root beer is pretty much universal, but now you go into the pubs and they'll see a birch beer, but it tastes like birch beer soda, but it's actually 5% alcohol. So there's a lot of that going on too. So is that good or bad? Well, for kids maybe, but for adults maybe you want to remember a good old birch beer, but have a real beer with it. I mean, that's something to try once in a while.
I just picked up a book a day or two ago. It's called something. It's got a title. It's a book with a title.
Okay.
Something. Anyway, this what the book is about. Talking about old timey beers. It's about a British. It's written by a British beer writer. So this guy makes his living writing about beer, right? Writing for different magazines and shit, whatever, right?
Okay.
So this whole thing he did was he looked up the origins of India Pale Ale, IPAs, right?
Yeah.
All this hoppy shit that we're not super big fans of.
Yeah.
And it turns out that it's got a very interesting history. Basically, where it comes from is back when the Brits first took over India.
Mm-hmm.
So you had tens of thousands of British people, English people living over there, and they wanted to have beer. But this is in the days before refrigeration, right?
Mm-hmm.
And before, so it was actually at the time, it was just about impossible to brew beer in India. The temperature, the heat, the yeast, whatever, the things floating in the air, they weren't right. You just couldn't build a decent beer in India. So they tried to bring beer from the UK, from Britain, from England, across on their sailing ships. And most of that beer was just, by the time it got there, it was dead. flat, horrible, just
Yeah.
killed it, right?
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
tried to come up with a recipe that would work. So they ended up with this very hoppy beer. So India Pale Ale. Turns out by the time they got that recipe in it, and by the time the cask got across to India, it had seasoned well in the cask, and it self-carbonate. It worked. It became a very citrusy, florally delicious beer. So this guy, writing this book, is trying to recreate the beer and the journey. So he was.
Oh.
I've just started, but he was spent some time trying to find someone in the UK that knew or could find the traditional IPA recipe that would be willing to work with him to build a couple of casks of this stuff and blah blah blah. So he found somebody. So I'm just at that stage in the book where he figured out, oh well, it's got to be how many days it used to take, because this is before the Suez Canal, right? So it used to have to go down and around the Cape Horn.
Oh wow!
Around the whole bit, right?
Holy shit! Yeah.
And he's trying to like book sea voyage around, and he managed to find a couple of chunks of the journey where it was actually some tourist company with a sailing ship would take part way, and then he was moving to container ships, and then whatever. So it's kind of an interesting story. I wonder how it's going to turn out. I'm interested to read it. So it's all about, he's just trying to recreate how it was back in the day. Because it's easy to forget that now, right? You want to go to India, hop on an airplane, and in 17 hours you're there. End of story, right?
You got Kingfisher beer.
Kingfisher in there,
in India.
So it's easy to forget just how difficult it used to be. I mean, going around the Cape is like a dangerous. A lot of people didn't make it going around the Cape. Huh?
Yeah, that's true. That wasn't going around the Cape down there, as well as around the South American one too. Also, very dangerous. I heard another story, similar idea, but this is the part of religious part. Now, back in the days when the monks were, the monks, right? Monks. The religious guys, they're monks.
Monkeys,
right? Nuns
monkeys.
and monkeys. Anyway, they were brewing beer in Germany, right? And they needed to fast, right? The fasting so they could drink but not eat for 40 days, 40 nights, following the idea of fasting for 40 days and 40 nights. They needed to build sustenance. So they decided to take this beer and bring it to Italy, to the Vatican or whatever, to the Pope to get it blessed. So they did the same thing, right? You put a couple barrels on a horse and buggy and go all the way down to Italy.
And I got by the time, fucking empty. Hang on. Whoa, sorry. We go get some more. Come back in. Oh, fuck, it's empty again. So, shit.
Well, I guess they had enough. So they ended up getting to the Pope. They presented this beer to the Pope. And the Pope, for the blessing, and Pope tested it. Was like, it tasted like shit. He said, so the Pope said, if you really want to drink this for your sustenance, I bless it. Go ahead. And so that's one of the reasons beer got blessed in the monasteries. Is Pope drank it, said it tastes like hell, tastes like shit. Sorry,
need some help.
Tastes like shit. Need some help. Bless it. Maybe it'll get better. You can use it for your thing, because it didn't taste like beer. It didn't taste like It's like, it was totally terrible by the time it got down there. Didn't travel.
Well, they figured it out though. Some of the monastery beer is great. We actually have now in Canada and Quebec, there's quite a tradition as well of monasteries brewing beer. And some of those Quebec monastery beers are like the Belgian ones. They're just like, oh, they're so fucking good. It's crazy.
Well, the one I remember is Warsteiner, right? Warsteiner is one of the original, supposed to be one of the older beers brewed by the monasteries back then, but it's still commercial today. So I don't know if it's traditional anymore, being commercialized, but it is supposed to be originally from that era. So, well, interesting. Happy beer, happy monks. Monks were happy, praying away, drinking beer.
And
now all they do is serve wine and crackers at the church. Should serve beer.
See, that shows you beer is good, right? Now that when you switch over to wine, it's wine, crackers, and diddling little kids. It's gone off the rails, right?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Back to beer. You didn't hear those stories when they were drinking barrels of beer. They weren't porking little kids back then.
Yeah, that's right. That's terrible. So beer is good. Wine,
There you
wine not
go.
so good. There you go. Beer is still good. Beer makes us happy.
Beer cures pedophilia. Pedophilia.
Yeah, well, definitely don't hear much beer drinking and pedophilia. That's true. So
Because most beer,
hopefully.
real serious beer drinkers are too fat. They can't catch kids.
Exactly.
Come here. Come back, little kitty. Ooh.
This is a comedy satire. Okay, we're not actually suggesting any of this shit. You know.
Oh, here goes Klaus again. Okay. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm going to do well in my shooting class tonight. Woo, mama.
You're actually going for shooting again, huh?
Woo-ha.
Wow.
It's going to be some good.
Sounds like fun. Sounds like fun. You have a moving target even though it's sitting still.
Yeah, how come? Oh, it's easy. There's like fucking 2 of them. I can't miss.
Oh, man.
Wait a minute.
Oh.
I got to drive to get there.
Oh. Uh-oh. No. That's terrible. Yeah, life in Canada, huh? Not so good. Sometimes. Too many regulations. Makes life unhappy. Happiness
not really.
is good.
The regulations are not you don't feel them most of the time. Yeah, when you I don't like they can get a little overzealous, like I said, like drinking on your bike. No, I kind of get it. I mean, what they're hoping to avoid is because if you're drunk on your bike and you're weaving in and out of traffic, you make more accidents and affect other people.
Yeah.
So I kind of get it, but I mean, for fuck's sake,
it's like 0.1015% of the population or something. 0.0. I mean, it's going to do that. I mean, the kids are out; they're not drinking.
It'll be all fine though, because with global warming and shit, it'll be just fine. We'll be able to walk around in our shorts year round, and it's fine. We'll have more outside pubs and things. It'll be okay.
Yeah,
it's not going to be a big deal. It's not going to be a big problem.
Hopefully. But I enjoy it out here too. I enjoy it out here in Asia quite a lot. So, and a little bit more freedom in terms of having some beers and stuff. But anyway, beer again. Back to the beer. Beer is good. Beer is happy. Politics aren't. Politics can make beer unhappy by raising prices. Is there any political?
Yeah, actually, that's one thing. I'm not sure that everybody thought that one through, because now with the like something like 60% of the aluminum you guys use in the States comes from Canada. And now that it's being tariffed and the tariffs are going up again, that means every can of beer is going to cost more.
Okay.
That's not right. That's not good.
That's stupid. That's what I'm saying. Politics fucks up everything, even beer. Prices of beer. Then that's when we draw the line. You fuck with our prices of beer and our beer, then we draw the line. Bullshit.
Why would you? What's beer ever done, man? Why are you giving beer a hard time? I don't.
Yeah.
Don't give beer
giving us hard time. Yeah, it's terrible. Terrible. Life needs to be happy. So get rid of the politics. No politics. Then everything's happy.
More beer.
Beer's
okay.
More beer. With that note,
you got my vote for that. No, wait, no politics. I can't vote. Shit, hang on. I'm confused. I'm also just so busy. I'm in the middle of selling my house now too. So all of that has got me busy. So much paperwork to do and shit going on.
Still.
And we listed our house, and then the listing today. Tomorrow. Today or tomorrow, anyway. But our neighbor, 2 doors down from us, also just listed for sale at the same time. It's like, oh, come on, man. You're going to wait till I sell mine? You son of a bitch. Now I'm going to have to take my target practice down to your house and get you first. Shit.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's tough. The market's not good, huh? The market's bad. So housing market, difficult?
It's in a weird place right now, because the economy is expected over the starting in April, we're expecting the recession, an actual recession to hit, right?
Mm.
So people now are the number of houses for sale has just exploded in the last week.
Oh wow.
Everyone's like, "Oh fuck, shit's coming down the road. Let's sell now." It's like, you fuckers. I'm selling not because of that. I'm selling because I got to move. Can you all wait another fucking week? Let me sell first, then you go do what the fuck you're doing. Like this, mine's got nothing to do with this shit that's going on. Why don't fuck me over, man?
Yeah.
So now, it's like,
Yeah. That's the cycles.
it's like why?
That sucks.
Why?
Yeah.
Just wait another fucking week. That's all they had to do. Just a week.
Yeah. May take a year to sell too. Never know. If the market.
Yeah, it could. We'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Zhenzhou Gao. I mean, gosh darn.
Yeah.
Good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. It'll sell. Inshallah.
Then you gotta buy another one.
The buying is easy now. It's like, everything's for sale now. You can negotiate the shit out of a price now. But it's why I say it's a weird time is we've got all that going on, and we're going to, for a number of years, still have a housing shortage, just like same as the States, same as Europe, everywhere. There's like not enough housing stock built over the last handful of years. And then it's weird because now construction prices have just shot up too, because it's weird. Like in Canada, we ship all the lumber down to the States for you guys to build your houses. But here in Canada, we buy all of our aluminum frames for window frames, even though we ship the aluminum to the States. But you guys make all the window frames and door frames and shit. We buy it back here. So now the duty goes on the aluminum going down in the States is more expensive. And then the parts coming back got duties is more expensive. So suddenly building a fucking house on both sides of the border, it's gone up by like fucking many fucking dollars.
Oh shit!
Projects are being canceled because of like steel prices and shit. Like we make steel, ship it down to the States. You guys make the I-beams, we bring them back, and we make our tall buildings. Now all of a sudden, like fuck, we make the steel, but we don't make those fucking I-beams.
Yeah.
Right. So now it's like fuck's sake, man. We can't afford to make the tall fucking buildings. So now projects are being canceled, which means, oh wait a minute, prices are going to have to go even higher because pretty soon there'll be even less fucking houses available. It's like fuck off.
Yeah.
Fuck off, man. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's not good. Not good.
So I'm going to start making I-beams with Canadian steel.
You can make them with beer cans, recycled aluminum beer cans.
Yeah, I only have one question. Do you know how to make I-beams? If you know, let me know, and I'll start making I-beams.
Shaped like an eye.
Okay, I'll do that.
That's a good part. Not like a Y.
Yeah, why beams? Why not beams?
Why
beer
not?
Beams. I don't know. Let's have a beer and think about it. Fuck off. Never mind. But yeah,
cool. Bueno.
Interesting stuff.
Well,
interesting times. May you live in interesting times. Oh, we do.
Yeah. Some of it sucks. Some of it's good. Okay. It's pretty much like that all over the world and pretty much all over time. I mean, there's always good and bad times wherever. 10 years ago, 10 years from now, hopefully things don't change. I mean, hopefully things get better. The world should be getting better, not worse. Unfortunately, it seems to be getting worse. Beer make things better. Beer's getting better, more prevalent. Like you said, we got a lot more beer going on, a lot more craft beers, a lot more varieties than there used to be. So beer makes the world better. Beer makes the world better. Ooh, like that. And happier.
It does. So I think I'm going to go on a beer drinking tour of China.
There we go. Sounds fun.
Or that seems far. Maybe I'll just go to that bar 2 doors down and get stabbed there. It's easier. It's just easier.
There. You probably don't get stabbed in China. You get stabbed in. I thought, Canada's turning violent. Oh, you guys are up in guns and stabbing each other at the bar. What happened to you guys?
No, that's been going on forever. That's nothing new. Bar stabbings, that's like sport.
Yeah. Wow.
It's like for us, that's the minor leagues for hockey. When you want to go play hockey, we send you to the bars and get shanked a few times and make sure you're tough enough to play hockey. Then you're fine.
Wow.
So that's nothing new. That's nothing new. But
Well,
it's weird. It's just like going to a cowboy bar in the States where a bunch of cowboy rednecks will get together, start beating on each other, and then it's over and sit down and have a beer together. It's same here.
yeah.
Shank the
Oh,
guy, and if he doesn't die, you'll have a beer together. If he dies, well, then you're not having a beer with him.
I don't know. I like the beer drinking without too much fighting. Kind of
Not a
messes up
shank
the beer
fan?
drinking.
My shanks, I like lamb shanks. That's the only kind of shanks I want. That's what I want.
Don't
I don't
remember
get
that place.
shanked in a fucking bar.
Puerto, whatever. They were good shanks. Kind of lamb shanks. Something you can gnaw on.
It's like, you stupid fuck, you shanked me. The beer's leaking out now.
Exactly.
What a waste of beer. Oh, sorry, man. I wasn't thinking this through.
Sorry.
Sorry, shit. There you
go. And you can't be fighting and hold your beer at the same time. That's tough.
It used to be easy. Well, no, I mean that's why they went to the long necks, right? Used to be easy because little stubbies when you're fighting the beer's right at the top and then you spilling. But a long neck, you got good 2 inches. You can move it around while you're fighting and you don't spill very much. So that was good design work. That was whoever thought that was good design work.
And one of my favorite was Lone Star Long Necks from Texas. One of the great beers in Texas. Lone Star Long Necks. I haven't found that beer back in since I've been back in U.S. I have to go all the way to Texas to find it somewhere.
I'll go down to the import store here. Oh, wait a minute. No, I won't be able to find it either.
Where did we? I saw the sign somewhere. Oh, we saw that in Mexico, wasn't it? Or Vegas. No, it was Vegas. We saw the sign, Vegas. Lone Star beer, but then
we ended up having Lone Star peach fag beer is what we ended up having, right?
It's like, what the fuck was that? Come on, man. What happened to Texas? What kind of shit is that? No.
It's funny for me to say that because it's just like, I can just imagine poking some Texas dude like that. Hey, you got fucking fag beer.
Yeah. Oh, man.
It was just a peach beer. It was okay, whatever. But
No. It's just wrong. That's just wrong. Fuck.
Just anybody watching this, like you said, comedy show. I don't feel that. I don't think that way. I don't give a fuck. That's not me insulting people.
Yeah.
I'm insulting the Texas long neck factory guys for not doing it right. That's all.
Yeah, no. You don't make
for not having the regular beer as well as the peach beer.
Yeah,
you have both.
If you have a women's beer, okay, that's a woman's beer. That's ain't a man's beer. Bullshit.
So men are not allowed to like peaches?
You can have them separate. You can have a peach in one hand and a beer in the other. Fine. You don't stick it in the bottle.
It's like, we're in Mexico.
Even in Georgia,
squeezing the peach in there, just jamming it. That fucking rock thing in the middle won't go in. I can't.
No way. I mean, I put lime in my beer all the time. They look at me funny for putting lime in our beer, but that's classic Mexican stuff. It's good. Now I got a lot of people doing that up here. Oh yeah, it's good. That's like, okay.
Well, here we got the problem that all of the limes we get come from Mexico, but they come through the States, and now they're talking about charging tariff on the way through, so they can't just pass through tariff free. So even if it goes any food we get from Mexico going through the States, we're gonna have to pay American tariffs on.
Yeah,
which means we won't be able to afford limes anymore. So pretty soon we're gonna start having beer with slices of potato. We grow a lot of potatoes here, so we can still slice and jam something in our beer. It's fine. It's fine, man. We'll get through it.
Oh man, sounds terrible.
We'll get through it. Nothing wrong with a little potato in your beer. A little starch.
Like French fries and beer is okay. Not in the beer. It's on the side. The finger food. Not in the beer.
Do what you got to do. And what I got to do is I gotta go pretty soon because my beer has run out, and I have some leftovers at home still. I got a couple more Guinness sitting in the fridge. Left over from St. Patrick's Day.
Yep. I gotta get to work. It's about time till we get to work.
That doesn't sound like any fun.
Then, but I'll have beer later. Maybe I'll stop by Hard Rock and get that cheap beer. Good old happy beer at Hard Rock.
Did they have any like green beer and shit going on yesterday or today or 2 days ago? Whenever
no, they actually do make a green Lao beer, but it's not really green. They just put the label green. It's labeled as green beer, but it's actually I think it's actually an IPA, but they call it Green Lao or something like that. But it's not.
But
green
they didn't
beer.
make it green for St. Patrick's Day. It was just
No. They don't put any. No, not Laos. Laos every day is a beer day. Everybody drinks beer here. It's a great place.
Where's St. Patrick? He retired. He's living in Vientiane.
Exactly.
Why? Why the fuck not, mate?
Why not?
It's like,
Yeah, that's
hey,
true.
and have yourself a nice day, a bowl of rice, and a nice beer for breakfast, would you? Hey. Oh.
Okay, mate. Well, I think we pushed the music button and called a day, a podcast. And just remember, beer makes the world better. Enjoy it. Have a happy, healthy hour in life. Happy beer, happy life, happy hour.
This is. There we go.
There it is.
Now you can hear
Found
it.
it. All right, now I can
All
hear
right, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize very much sincerely for not being super funny today, but it's like, I only had a couple of beers. Give me a break. It's not my fucking fault.
it.
Not my fucking
You have to
fault.
drink some more.
You call you call the police for me and tell it to them that, hey, it's okay for Mr. Allen to be very drinking because
We were working for it.
just because I'm working.
It's our life.
It's
our
a
career. It's a
work
calling.
hazard? No. What do you call it?
It's a calling. It's a calling. Don't forget
It's
that.
calling. It's a career. It's a job. Anyway, whatever. I'll stop fucking around. Okay, goodbye, everybody.
Adios.
Please to be enjoying whatever it is you're doing, wherever you're doing it. Bye now.
Adios. Bye.